What's happening, Fort Wayne? I'm Jake Slater, and today I'm speaking with a local business person, entrepreneur, public speaker, owner of one of the most prolific tattoo parlors ever to come out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, Mr. Jake Farris. Jake, thank you so much for joining me today.
Good to be here, Jake.
I really appreciate it. So, how did you get into the tattoo business? Because that's where you first started as an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah, it's actually it was kind of a fly-by-night type thing.
Okay.
I was getting tattooed
All right.
a lot,
Sure.
and the guy that originally owned Studio 13 hit me with a proposal one day and said, "Hey, buy my tattoo shop." And I was like, "Oh man, should I buy a tattoo shop?" I was working in retail,
Okay.
management. It was cool. It was great.
Yeah.
And then I just knew that's not where I wanted to be.
Right.
I didn't know I wanted to own a tattoo shop.
Sure.
I did not know what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, but I knew I did not want to work in retail forever.
Right.
So we had dinner.
Yep.
He threw me the proposal. I was like, let me think about it.
Okay.
I slept on it, woke up the next morning, called and quit my job, and
Wow.
bought a tattoo shop.
Holy smokes.
And that's it. I mean, that's the story. It was literally a make a decision and do it.
Yeah.
And then from there, we've moved twice into bigger and better locations.
Yeah.
Expanded into more space, added more artists.
Tell us a little bit
traveled
about
more.
that. Where's your new location at?
Our new location, well, far from new location, I guess now, because we've been there almost 3 years at this point.
Wow. It's been that long
Yeah,
already?
it's at 416 West Coliseum.
Yep.
Directly across the street from the beautiful former Don Pablo's, former Quaker Steak and Lube building, which is available if someone's trying to open a restaurant on
Sure.
Coliseum Boulevard.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great
and
plug right there.
It's a great plug. So you might want to find your favorite realtor, give them a call, move in, be my neighbor.
Excellent.
But we've been there, and we have lots and lots of room, beautiful state-of-the-art studio, and couldn't be happier to be there. And then since then,
Yep.
we just recently opened a shop in Toledo, Ohio as well.
Perfect.
So we've been doing some expanding, and we're really excited to be there as well.
That's
it's
incredible.
a super cool place, very similar to Fort Wayne.
Yeah. How did you guys get into the Toledo location?
You know, it all comes from our network. We've always been into meeting new artists,
Yep.
making sure that we provide the best possible tattoos here in Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
So we always have a constant rotation of guest artists, people coming from all over the world to
I've
tattoo
noticed
with
that.
us.
Yeah.
You know, some of them from out of the country, some of them from out of the state,
Mhm.
some of them from just down the road in Toledo, Ohio.
Gotcha.
So we had artists that were constantly visiting us, and they were like, "You've got to open in Toledo."
Bring it here.
And, you know,
Awesome.
we followed their cue and we did it.
And it looks like things are pretty successful up there. That's
Oh, it's
incredible.
fantastic. We actually just acquired a brand new standalone building right across from their Best Buy and Kroger, you know, right near their mall.
Awesome.
We're in the process of construction right now, so we're getting ready to move that shop already into a bigger, better, cooler standalone location.
Just keep growing and growing.
That's what you gotta do.
Now, did you meet some of these other artists through your humongous social media network?
You know, that's always helped us.
Yeah.
It completely started with the quality of tattoos that we're doing, you know?
Sure.
So no one is going to like a photo of a bad tattoo on social media,
Right,
you know?
right.
Because it just broadcasts and it shows everybody, and,
Hey,
you know, it shows your mom
poor
that you
quality.
liked a bad tattoo.
Right.
So, you know, our goal has always been quality is number one.
Yeah.
Provide people a great customer service and make sure they walk out of there with a great tattoo that they're gonna be anxious to show off.
Yeah.
So, my business is a lot different than a lot of businesses. We got in on Facebook when it was new to businesses, and people were super
Yeah.
excited. If you're a plumber, you can take pictures of toilets all day, but a lot of people aren't gonna like and share those photos.
Right. It's
You
much
know,
more difficult
we
unless
work-
you've got some
right.
high-end gold toilets,
Exactly.
masterpiece style.
As where we work in a visual arts field,
Yeah.
so I hate to say it was easy,
Right.
but it was easy for us in the beginning
Sure.
to get likes and shares and all of those important things.
Gotcha.
Because you're showing people something that they wanna see.
Yep.
So people that didn't even like tattoos or don't have tattoos, they
Yeah.
appreciate nice ones still.
Definitely.
You know, so your mom is following Studio 13 on Facebook, and she's liking and sharing.
Thanks,
and,
Mom.
Yeah, and tagging Jake Slater, saying, "Look at this, it's cool."
Yep.
You know, so you have all of those things.
Sure.
So people that maybe would never ever get a tattoo, still are interested in your business.
Yep.
So being able to be visual always has helped with social media.
Sure.
Also got us off the ground quickly with Instagram, you know, and lots of people liking and sharing and tagging and doing all of those things.
Yep.
But we've always been one to ask for it.
Yep.
We don't advertise, you know. We
Wow.
don't go pay for advertising. We don't, you know, we're not on the radio. We're not on television. We don't
Yeah.
have commercials. You know, I'm not Fred Grody Automotive. I'm not in your face.
Fred Grody.
Fred
Good
Grody,
plug
love
right
you,
there.
Fred. So we're not that guy.
Right.
We do great tattoos,
Yep.
and we encourage people to share them.
Sure.
And social media has been the key for that, because that's where people are going to share them.
Definitely.
Sure, they're going to do one of those when they're with their friends and things
Right,
like that. But more importantly, they take pictures of them, they put them on Snapchat, they put them on Instagram, they put them on Facebook,
Yeah.
and we encourage them to network with us so we can see their photos, like their photos, share their photos, and do all of those things.
Yeah.
And that's all you can ask for any business.
Sure.
And I encourage all of my friends that work in any form of business, find a way to interact with your clients outside of your place of business.
Right.
And that's it, is your social media.
So you guys have been just way ahead of the curve on social media. I mean, you've been an entrepreneur in other fields, though, correct? I mean, you've been
Yeah.
a part of a music consortium in the past?
Yeah, I've done a little bit of everything.
Okay.
I brought Del the Funky Homo Sapien to Fort Wayne to play a free show.
Incredible artist.
I bring the Hieroglyphics crew to come and hang out.
Yep.
So we love to do a lot of fun things. But yeah,
Sure.
I worked with the Ready Set before he put it. My friend Jordan, before he
Yep.
put his first record out. I had a small record label, and I helped friends, and I helped people that I liked, and people that I
awesome.
thought were movers and shakers and doing things.
Yeah.
I had the money as where some of them didn't at the time,
Sure.
So I helped them put their records out,
Awesome.
not to make money, not to do anything, just to make Fort Wayne better, to make cool artists coming out of Fort Wayne.
I definitely
And
did that.
yeah, that's exactly the things that I like to do.
Yep.
I always just want to inspire, and I want to help people do more.
Yeah.
What's going on in Fort Wayne isn't about the things that I've already done in the past.
Sure.
Those are done, they're in the past, they're
Yeah.
fun, they're great. Sure, we did some cool music stuff. Sure, I had a cool clothing boutique. Sure, we have an awesome
Another
online
awesome
presence.
Yep.
Sure, we're involved in making sure that downtown's better. Sure, we're involved in networking with other businesses and help cross-promote. But, Fort Wayne's a lot more than that to me.
Right.
Fort Wayne is where I have spent the majority of my life. I was born 45 minutes south of here.
Mm-hmm.
Moved here when I was in 7th grade, and it's always been home, and it's always gonna be home.
Yeah.
No matter where I go, where I travel to, which I travel a lot.
Yeah. You can tell us a little bit
You know,
about that here in just a minute.
I always am excited to land and touch back down in Fort Wayne when it's all said and done with.
It's a great place to be.
It is a great place to be, and it's just getting better.
I've noticed you in the past a lot at the Mad Ants games, supporting another local
Absolutely.
team.
You
That's
know,
phenomenal.
my very, very good friend Steve Gansey is finally the head coach.
Steve Gansey,
Was
good
the
guy
head
right
coach.
there.
Yeah, was the head coach the entire last season.
Mhm.
Really, really someone that they're looking to, and the Pacers organization's very impressed by.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're not going to keep him very long in Fort Wayne. Probably, the Pacers are going to want
think you
him.
might be right.
He's going to be working. He'll be sitting on their bench, and
Yep.
that's going to be soon.
Another good example of helping out entrepreneurs and just hardworking people here in Fort Wayne. So I'm sure he
Absolutely.
appreciates that support.
And there's just so many good people that are there to help us support.
Yeah.
There's great organizations working downtown. You have your Downtown Improvement District, Better Fort, Sport Wayne, Fort Wayne Visitors, all of those people that are doing these amazing things for Fort Wayne.
Yep.
And you don't have to be those guys to make a difference.
Right.
And I think that's a huge thing about Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to say, oh, well, I don't have the money to do this, or I don't have this to do that. Well,
Yeah.
it just takes time.
Sure.
Time is the most important thing you can give right now.
Yep.
When you get done watching this interview, close your browser,
Yep.
and be done with the internet and find a way to help out.
Join one of those organizations you
Yeah.
just touched on.
And in that case, you don't even have to join any of those. There's plenty of people that need help, want help, will
Yeah.
let you help promote their events, street team their events. Street teams are huge still. A lot of people are like, oh, street teams are a thing of the 90s, passing out flyers, putting flyers on vehicles.
I know some guys who leverage street teams for
Yeah.
their events in
Yeah.
town. They're really helpful.
And guess what? It still works.
Yep.
So you want to see big, cool things happen in Fort Wayne?
Yep.
And you want to see more than 100 people there?
Yep.
Cool. Get involved. Contact those people. Don't wait for them to find you.
Yep.
If you want to see change in Fort Wayne, be that change.
Definitely.
I hear so many people, whether it's at a speaking event or whether it's, in my own business, people come in and they're like, oh, I just love the things that are happening. I've been waiting my whole life for Fort Wayne to get better. I've been waiting my whole life for downtown to be cool, and downtown's finally cool. Well, when people wait, that's our problem.
Yep.
There's no time to wait.
So now's the time to get out there and get
Absolutely.
active. So you touched a little bit about your speaking engagements.
Sure.
Tell me about some of those, or how'd you get into that?
Well, with tattooing, we get invited to some of the best tattoo conventions in the entire world.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm super, super honored for that. But the great thing is because we're doing great tattoos, we get invited to cool invite-only tattoo conventions.
Awesome.
And my artists get to travel the world, see the world, go different places,
Yep.
and go to tattoo conventions where they're tattooing with the best tattooers in the world. The great thing about that is I also get to ride along.
Yeah. That's.
And because of what we've done with the business, there's just plenty of different things that I've been allowed to do. You know, help teach seminars about the tattoo business, or about just building your business or customer service and how it relates. So many people forget that tattooing is the customer service industry.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
you're providing a service for a client, and we're able to actually go out there and you know, make an impact in a person's life. So many people come to us and get a tattoo because they're celebrating something, or you know, they're remembering someone,
Yeah.
and all of those things. We get to do all of that with them. We get to celebrate their birthday, or we get to celebrate them graduating school, or we get a mourn a loss with them.
Yeah.
And you know, that's an honor, and I try to take that to the world when I'm going out there. You know, what an honor it is to get to work with the people that we get to work with.
Definitely.
So I do tons of speaking events. Last year I did tattoo conventions on 4 different continents. You know, it's just unreal.
That's pretty incredible.
yeah.
Somebody out of Fort Wayne getting to do all that.
Yeah, and you know, to get invited and for that to be my job, and it just blows my mind every day.
Yeah.
You know, it's super, super cool.
From retail to that,
From retail to that,
that's incredible.
you know,
Is
only took a dozen years.
Hey, for some people, you know,
Absolutely.
they never get to
Absolutely.
experience something like that. So 12 years doesn't seem like quite so long
Not
after
so
thinking
bad.
about that. Is there anything else that you've got going on in Fort Wayne that you might want to touch base on, or throw out there before we wrap up?
You know, my business partner is my brother, Jake Farris. He's in Toledo right now.
Yeah.
We're in the process of building the new tattoo shop there.
Yeah.
But we've got a couple things shaking for Fort Wayne and Toledo both.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Incredible.
excited. It's coming. We'll tell you more later.
Well, stay tuned. Maybe we can have you back on, and you can
Absolutely.
announce those things when you're ready.
Love to.
Well, we appreciate you being out of Fort Wayne, growing your business here, providing a lot of quality content, and just great experiences for people in the community. Thanks again for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks, Jake. Later.
We appreciate everybody for tuning in. We want to thank our sponsors, Studio 13, One Resource Financial Consultants, Electric Promotions, Open Sign Productions. And if you want to go ahead and subscribe to our channel below.
this side, I think, right?
This side, yeah. Wherever Mr. Storch puts that in, go ahead and give us a subscribe and check out the other videos. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.